right, in this video, we are going to go over the Mach 2 review. So let me encourage y'all, and that is, if there is something that I'm going over too fast, pause the video, rewind, or slow me up to where I'm actually doing a playback speed of like 1.7 or something. All right, so very first thing we have to do, and that is the football ranking. All right, so remember there's two parts to this football ranking. There is the first part, which is the first 4 questions, which I only highlighted the first 3, my bad, or first 4, there it is. And then we have to do the very long formula. Now, on this review, the formula is not given, but it will be given when we are doing the actual test. So, all right, so the very first thing is we have to do the percent of completions per attempt. So the completions is 105. Per means divide by attempts, which is 260. So 105 divided by 260. Now, you're going to get a decimal answer, but you're going to have to convert that to a percentage. So I get 0.403, and it keeps going, 8, whatever. Move the decimal 2 places to the right, and I'm going to use 40.4. All right, that's the percentage. Now, that's the only time you're going to see me do work because I need to speed up a little bit. So the percent of touchdowns per attempt, there were 12 touchdowns divided by attempt. Notice that you're dividing by the same number every single time. All right, so 12 divided by 260, move 2 places to the right, and you get 4.6. Okay, percent of interceptions. Interceptions, there was 15 of them divided by 260. All right, so 15 divided by 260 is going to be 5.7%. Now, the average yards. Now, remember, guys, for this very last one, do not move the decimal. All right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell into the net. And of course, when y'all watch the video, he's like, holy mess, turn the volume down. Sorry, I'm in front of a class right now. I just enforced it by using my loud words. So 2561 divided by 260. All right, so 2561 divided by 260, and that gave me basically, excuse me, 9.9. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this number, this number, this number, and this number, and I'm going to use the very big formula to get my answer. So the very big formula, if you remember, is it starts off with the 25. So 25 plus 10, we're going to put in a number, plus 40, parenthesis, put in a number, minus 50, parenthesis, number, plus 50. We're going to put in a parenthesis, and with a number inside it. We're going to take all this and divide it by 12. All right, so remember, I'm going to write all over this. This number goes there. 4.6 goes there. 5.7 goes there. 9.9 goes there. Now, in your calculator, do not put the entire formula in one thing. All right? Do the numerator first, press enter, and then divide by 12. So 25 plus 10 times 40.4 plus 40 times 4.6 minus 50 times 5.7 plus 50 times 9.9. I get a numerator, and I got to write this off to the left-hand side because of the fact that I ran out of room. 283 divided by 12. So get 283 divided by 12. Answer is going to be, and I'll write this right here, 68.6, rounding. There we go. All right. Now remember, if I'm going too fast, pause the video and back up. All right. For students that are in front of me right now, don't worry. I'll give you, obviously, pause the video and go back when it's made. All right. For the UPCs, remember, starting with the first number, skip every other one. Where a lot of students screw up is that when they're skipping, they double jump. Don't do that. So all the ones that have a little dot next to it, excuse me, I'm going to add and times it by 3. So 2 and 1 is 3, plus another 3 is 6, still 6. We're at 13, we're at 19. All right, so step 1 is 19, and then we're going to times it by 3, which I believe is 57. And then step 2 is all the numbers that you skipped, add them up. So 4, 2, which is 6, still 6, 0, still 6 with another 0. That gives me 14. Plus 14. Step 3 ends up being 71. Okay? So Is the following UPC valid? The answer is going to be no, because my total does not end in a 0. Okay? So the answer is going to be a big fat no. But the question is, what should the check digit be? Okay? So there's a couple different ways you can do this. I'm just going to do it this way. Now, is this the longer way? I don't know. But what I do is I like to analyze. So here's my 71. All right? 71 is between 70 and 80. So the question is, does the check digit need to be bigger or does it need to be smaller? All right? So to go from 71 to 70, I would have to subtract 1. To go from 71 to 80, I would have to add 9. So the question is, what makes more sense? To take 0 and subtract it by 1 or to add 9? Remember, one way is going to be entirely wrong, the other way will be entirely right. So if I took 0 and subtracted 1, I would get negative 1. I go ahead and tell you, there's no way that the check digit could be a negative. So that tells me adding 9 will be my answer. So 0 plus 9, that would give me 9. So what is the most obvious check digit, realistic check digit? Negative 1 or positive 9? It's going to be positive 9. So my check digit should be 9. Now, find the check digit of UPC. All right, so again, step 1, starting with the first number, leapfrog all of them. All right, so 3, still 3, 12, 14, 14, and that would be 14, 19, I think 19 again. 19 times 3 gives me 57. Okay, step 2, all the numbers that I skipped, let's add them up. 0, 7, another 9, which is 16, 17, 17 plus 5 would give me 22. Give me 22, which means step 3, add them all up. I believe, if I do this correctly, I got 79. Uh-oh. Actually, there is no uh-oh. Sorry, we haven't done it yet. Sorry. The first 11 digits give me 79. The only job of the check digit is make the total end in 0. Okay? So what we have here is a situation where the first 11 digits is 79. What must the check digit be in order for 79 to equal 80? All right? So it should be 1. So like 79 plus 1 would give me 80. So that means the check digit should be 1. All right? Dale Murphy's season stats. All right, so if you've been in my class for more than 5 minutes, you know that I always singles times 1, doubles times 2, triples times 3, home run times 4. I go ahead and just do that just to save a step. All right, so if you remember, the formula will be given to you, but I'm just trying to save a minute. All right, so 80 times 1 is 80, plus 2 times 14 is 28, plus 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4 times 23. I believe that might be a number I can't think of at the moment. 92, that's what it was. All divided by the at-bats, which is 530. Now, remember, guys, make sure you add your numerator first, which is 209, divided by 530. So 209 divided by 530 gives you a slugging of 0.394. Remember, you're always using 3 numbers for the slugging after the decimal. Now, the question also asks, how many number of bases are for Dale? Well, if you know anything about this formula, you know that the number of bases will always be whatever the numerator adds up to be. So the number of bases is 209. All right. All right. How many home runs did Mike Piazza have? All right. So again, same question, except now we're actually solving. We're going to work a little backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So 187 plus 24 times 2 is 48 plus 3 times 2 is 6. Oh, home runs, we have an x. We're going to do 4x over 547 is equal to 0.564. Now, this is basic algebra at this point, so we're solving for x. Take your denominator, times it by the slugging. All right, 547 times, which gives me, it looks like it's going to be a decimal, so it's going to be 187 plus 48 plus 6 plus 4x is equal to, I got a decimal here. Sometimes it works out that way, so you're going to have to round to the nearest whole, 308.5. Now, again, you're solving for x, so you're just combining like terms. Add up this mess, 187 plus 48 plus 6. So I'll just write it over here to the right here. You got 4x plus 241 is equal to 308.5. Now, at this point in time, this is basic algebra. So we're going to subtract by 241, subtract by 241, and I'm just doing this all in one step, and then you're going to divide by 4. All right, so 308.5 minus 241, enter, and then divide that by 4. Looks like we're going to have a decimal, so we're going to round to the nearest whole. X is going to equal 16.8. We're just going to say X is equal to 17. All right. All right, so at a particular sporting event, find the fan cost index for each family if 2,500 families attend the game. All right, so things that you need to know going into this question, and that is the family of 4. How many things are being bought for each family member? Okay, remember, it's going to equal the FCI. All right, so 15.25 times 4, that gives me 61 plus, I believe this is 10 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10, excuse me, plus 10 plus 20, 61 plus 10 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 30. I believe this ends up being 126. So every family that walks in the gate is going to spend on average $126. But the question is, how much total revenue will be produced? So 2,500 families entered into the gate. Each family is paying 126. So 2,500, very simply, you take the fan cost index, you're going to times it by 2,500, and you're going to get how much revenue the game is generating. There we go. Team generated 315,000. All right. Now, the the fog index as well as the flesh Kincaid. This is something, again, is very formula driven, and those formulas will be given to you. And I have the formulas right here. Right here. All right. So we're going to kind of speed up on this. So what is the fog index? Remember, if you have a scientific calculator, you literally just plug all the information in. So there are 9 sentences. So here we go. 0.4, parenthesis, number of words, which is 90, divided by the number of sentences, which is 9, plus 100, big dot, which means multiply, the number of complex words, 1 over the number of words, which is 90. Notice that in this formula, the syllables are not even being used. Don't make that mistake. Okay, some folks are using the syllables. Syllables are not being called for. Let's see if I can do this correctly while being recorded. Press enter. I get basically 4.4. All right, so basically 4th grade. Now the flesh Kincaid, again, very formula driven, and you're going to be given the formula. So 0.39, parenthesis, number of words, which is 90, over the number of sentences, which is 9, plus 11.8, now we're using the syllables, over the number of words, which is 90. Now, a lot of folks, for some odd reason, forget about this minus 1559. Guys, that's part of the formula, so don't make that mistake. So 0.39, parenthesis, 90 divided by 9, plus 11.8, parenthesis, 130 divided by 90, minus 15.59. Do the math. You get basically 5.4. Now, remember, these two may not necessarily give you the exact same answer, but should be close. All right. We're doing another fan cost index. So 4, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2 is equal to this. Now notice you're looking for the beers. All right, so this is just a very large algebra question. So 20 plus 2x plus 16 plus 20 plus another 20. Sorry, lost my 40 is equal to 230. Now, guys, at this point, again, this is basic middle school algebra here, combining like terms. So do this another color. You get 2x is equal to whatever all that stuff I just highlighted. Now, I'm doing this very fast, so I'm hoping that my calculations are correct. Subtract 216, subtract 216, and I'm simply going to divide by 2. All right, so x is going to equal 7. There we go. All right. All right, now this is where things get a little troublesome, and that is Venn diagram stuff. All right, so the Venn diagram, it said, now first off, there isn't one that's given to you I think there will be one given to you, but remember how we create a Venn diagram. 2 circles, all right? It says one is yes, one is no. Remember that you got to label. One is yes, one is no. Remember when I talked about this, and you might need to go back and watch the video, always focus on both or neither, okay? Also, oh yeah, one more thing. Whatever number goes here, whatever number goes here, whatever goes number here, and whatever number goes here will be the total. So all those 4 numbers will add up to 160. That's a non-negotiable. Now, it says 20 people voted both, so I'm going to put 20 here. All right. It said 40 people voted yes. Don't make the mistake by putting 40 right here. That's a mistake. Don't make it. Don't become a victim. All right. You are going to remember the way that you read a Venn diagram, and that is if 40 people say yes, that means in this circle that I'm highlighting, there should be a total of 40 people. But if you notice, 20 of the 40 is in the both category. So you have to do simple subtraction, be like, oh, if 20 of the 40 is in the both category, that would mean 20 would be in yes only. All right. So same thing here. It says 75 voted for no. 75. So do the math. In the no circle, there should be a total of 75 people. But 20 of them are in the both section. So a simple subtraction problem will say, hey, 55. Now, at this point in time, this is where students screw up because for some odd reason, they just like, I don't know what to do next. Remember, guys, I said it at the very beginning. This number, this number, this number, and this number all add up to 160. So a simple add, subtract. So 160 minus 20, minus 20, minus 55. You get 65 neithers. All right. So there we go. All right. So here's our next one. Trying to speed up a little bit. All right, so we vote. We have yes. We have another yes, and I'm assuming no. It doesn't say it. Remember that whatever number goes here, 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 and here are going to add up to 175. I'm looking at my clock. I'm going a little too slow here. I need to speed up a little bit. So 15 people voted both and neither. We want 15 here, 15 there. 35 people voted yes. Simple subtraction. That'd give me 20. Remember, 25 and 20. Now remember, this number, and this number, and that number all add up to 175. So 20 plus 15 minus 175 gives me 125 no onlys. All right. All right, last one. All right, and remember, you can always watch the video. 154 students. All right, so that tells you right there, whatever number goes here, 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 and here, all add up to 150. I'm speeding up because I'm looking at the clock here. All right, looks like we have math and biology. It says math and biology. 31 take both. 31 will go here. And it says 75 of these people vote math and then 62 take biology. So simple subtraction, 75 minus 31 gives me 44. And then 31 minus 62, or 31 from 62. And then remember, the 44, 31, 31, 31, and I think I said 31 too many times, will add up to 154. So 154 minus 44, 31 minus 31, gives me 48. So now from here, I answer questions. What is the probability that a student takes math or biology? Math or biology? Math, there's 44 of them. There's 31 that take biology only, and then there's 31 right here. So 44 plus 31 plus 31. 106 divided by the total, which is 154. Give me the percentage. All right. How many students take neither math or biology? Well, neither is on the outside. 48 divided by 154. Give me the percentage. All right. Lastly, what is the probability that a student takes math and biology? That is a both. 31 divided by 154. Give me the percentage. All right. So I figure you guys can find the percentage. Oh, what is the probability that a student is only taking math? Only taking math. That's 44. 44 divided by 154. Give me the percentage. All right. So that's the formula, or I'm sorry, that's the review. So thank you for watching.